Welcome, my friend. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Jen Hilman. Today, I'm going to guide you through an everyday flow. This is a great practice to target and tone the whole body, a practice that you can do every day to keep yourself energized, healthy, flexible, and fit. So go ahead and like this video, leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And once you're all set, go ahead and roll out your mat, and let's begin our practice sitting in a nice, comfortable seat. Be sure you have any cushions, blankets, bolsters, or blocks that might help to support you in your practice. And let yourself get settled in to a relaxed, easy seat, as long as you can lift and extend up through your spine. So no slouching. We want to sit up nice and tall and feel your shoulders relaxing down to the sides. And see if you can carry that feeling of relaxation all the way down your arms, into your hands, and into your fingertips. And start to tune your attention to your breath, observing that natural flow as your breath moves in and out. And this is the very foundation of our daily practice, learning how to tune in, to relax, and to observe your breathing. Allow yourself to fully arrive, bringing all parts of yourself to the practice here and now. And bring your hands together at your heart, acknowledging yourself. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat today and for creating this time for yourself to practice, to nourish yourself, and to deepen your personal relationship to your own breath and body. Then interlace your fingers in front of you. And on your next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, turning your palms open. Stretch your hands wide and stretch through your fingertips as you lift all the way up through your waist. Then exhale slowly, releasing your hands. Let your arms float gently down towards the sides. Let your fingertips touch down to the floor, reaching your arms out at about a 45-degree angle. Then slowly tilt one ear to your shoulder, reaching out through the opposite arm. We feel a nice long stretch from the neck down to the shoulder, down the arm. And slowly roll your head up through center and over to the other side. Nice easy stretch down the neck, down the arm, maybe even feeling it into the forearm or in the hand. And slowly roll your head back up to center. Beautiful. Let's inhale, circle your arms up towards the sky. Nice big deep breath. Interlace your hands at the top, flipping your palms, stretch the hands open wide. Then exhale and slowly release, circling those hands down. Let your fingertips reach down to the floor at about a 45-degree angle. So extending energy out through the arms and fingertips. Slowly tip your chin down to your chest. Nice easy stretch along the back of your neck. And slowly roll your head back up to center. And we're going to carry it all the way back. Try to lengthen through the back of your neck. Think about reclining in a chair. So we lean the head back as you open your gaze towards the sky. And slowly release yourself back to center. Good work. Cross your arms one over the other, reaching for opposite shoulders. Hug your arms real tight. So we tiptoe those fingertips across your shoulder blades, giving yourself a nice hug. Then reach your elbows forwards as you slightly round through your back. So as you give yourself a hug, we round through the upper back and stretch that space between your shoulder blades. Should feel pretty good. Then let's inhale and open your arms wide. Nice, big, wide stretch. Reach your heart forward as you stretch your arms open. Then as you exhale, let's cross the arms again, this time bringing the opposite arm on top. Then again, we're going to reach your fingertips all the way around towards the edges of your shoulder blades. Draw your elbows forward as you softly round through your upper back. And you can even kind of tip your gaze down and see if you can take that stretch up into your neck as well. Good, then we'll inhale and gently open. Nice big stretch here, opening through your heart and chest. Stretch your arms back. Good work. Then we're going to move into a twist, reaching left hand to the right knee. Inhale your breath as you lift and extend up through the crown of your head. Then exhale and see if you can press yourself into an even deeper twist. But just take it nice and slow. Take it easy as you rotate your heart around. Then we'll inhale and open, rotating your heart back to the front. Exhale as you sweep your right hand over to the left knee. Then we'll inhale and sit up nice and tall. Lifting up through the crown of your head, extending through your spine. Then you can exhale and twist it around just a little bit deeper, getting a nice rotation through the ribs, through the shoulders, and into the neck. Good, then we'll inhale and open it back up to center. Let your hands relax on your knees as you soften through your breath. Just coming back to center, become aware of the energy that you've already started to move and open up through the neck and shoulders and chest and upper back. Feeling so good. From here, we're going to transition to a tabletop position. So you can go ahead and find your way around into a tabletop position, hands and knees here. If you need some extra support or cushion underneath your knees, you can bring a folded up blanket under the knees just to give you that little extra support. So you make sure your practice feels good to your body. And from our hands and knees, let's move some cat and cow. As you inhale your breath, lift your heart and your tail, stretching through the front of your belly. We want to feel that nice long stretch as you gently lift your gaze up towards the sky. Then exhale to curl it in. Lift from your belly button, lift from underneath your core. As you press your spine up towards the sky, really rounding through your back, nice stretch here. Then we'll inhale and flow. Open through the heart as you lift your tailbone high. Try to press up and out of the shoulders. Then exhale and curl it in, engaging the strength of your core as you lift through your belly, rounding the spine. Tuck your chin in and stretch your neck. Then inhale and open it up. So we'll just take a couple more rounds here. Let it flow according to your own breath. And I encourage you to really be mindful in the movement. Let yourself tune in and feel every little movement as the vertebrae glide with one another. Feeling the spine waving open and rounding closed. Letting your breath guide the way. Just feeling into that flow. Enjoy and savor the movement. This is your time to take care of you. Then we'll slowly release back to center in your own time. Then we'll inhale and open your right fingertips up towards the sky. Get a nice twist through your waist as you open your heart to the right. Then exhale and weave that right arm under. We're going to bring your shoulder and your head all the way down to the floor. So just lean into it. Then let this left hand help you. We want to push into the floor and roll the left shoulder back. So we actually want to work even deeper in the twist, getting a maximum rotation through your spine as you reach your right fingertips across. Really juicy stretch across the back of the right shoulder. Then we'll inhale and open, sweeping your right fingertips all the way back up to the sky. So we go for a full untwist. Then exhale to softly land your right hand back down to the mat. And this time, we're going to glide your right fingertips forward. letting your heart soften down towards the floor as you extend that right arm out. Now this is taking you into a big, juicy stretch into the right shoulder and even into your pec, right across the front of your chest. Tune into some slow, deep breaths here, my friend. Try not to panic. Try not to grip or resist the stretch, but see how much you can soften and allow your heart to melt down towards the earth. And in your own time, press yourself back up, coming back into your tabletop position. We're going to make some big circles with the torso. So rocking yourself in one direction over to one side, then forward, around and back, making some big circles with the whole body. So this is a great massage for the wrists, the hips, the knees, really loosening up the joints. And when you're ready, you can come on back to center, coming back to that nice tabletop position. Then we'll see what happens on the other side. Let's inhale to open your left fingertips high, getting a nice big twist, stretching into your waist. And then exhale and weave that left arm under. I'm going to bring your shoulder and your head all the way down to the floor. Then use that right hand to push into the mat to help you roll your right shoulder back. We're deepening the rotation, getting more twist in the spine. Then we want to stretch those left fingertips across the midline over to that right side. Maximum twist in the spine, maximum stretch behind the shoulder blade. Then we'll inhale and open it up, sweeping that left arm all the way back up towards the sky. Untwist the spine, taking your time. And as you exhale, we'll softly land that left hand down. And now we're going to glide the left arm forward. So softly bending into your right elbow, supporting some of your weight with that right arm. Melt your chest softly into the earth and breathe slow and steady as you soften into that left shoulder. Just tune in and notice where you feel the stretch. And, everyone is going to be at a different level of flexibility. Some of you may be up here, just working on getting that extension. Wherever you find yourself in the practice, just breathe into the stretch because you're right where you need to be as long as it feels juicy. And we'll slowly release, pressing yourself back up into that tabletop. Now, let's make those big circles going the other way. So we're reversing directions, circling your body around. Again, massaging through the hips, the knees, the shoulders, and the wrists. Feeling pretty good here, my friends. Let's bring it back to that tabletop position. And from here, I'm going to have you bring your elbows down onto the mat. Bring your palms together in front of you and interlace your hands here. So we have a nice kind of triangle with the peak pointing towards the top of your mat. Now, curl your toes under and begin to press your hips up towards the sky until you start to feel the backs of your legs stretch. Once you feel the legs starting to wake up a little bit, we're going to start to pedal out the knees. Just bending one leg and then the other, stretching and straightening through the opposite side. Take your time. You can move slowly here. Now, as you take the weight in your forearms and in your upper body, try not to just slump down towards the earth. We want to find some strength here, pressing those elbows into the mat to help lift you up away from the earth. Then you feel that support and stability through the upper body, allowing you the freedom to stretch and expand through the backs of the legs. Now, one extra little thing to consider, see if you can draw your belly button up and in, lifting through the lower abdominals, scooping in through your core center. So we really wake up the whole body. Then we're slowly going to lower your knees back down towards the earth. And walk your hands in so you press yourself up into a nice kneeling position here. You should be feeling some heat building in the chest and shoulders. We want to feel that strength. We need that strength to support healthy posture, and we need some flexibility here to open up through the heart. So you're going to start by bringing your hands together at your chest and stabilizing through your legs. Lift your belly up and extend through the crown of your head. From here, begin to roll your shoulder blades towards your back and gently curl your chest towards the sky. So even if it's just a few degrees of movement, let yourself open through the heart and chest. Try to keep drawing your shoulder blades down and back. From here, you can play with reaching your hands down towards the heels for a deeper back bend, but only if it's good for you, only if it feels good. Otherwise, just stay with the hands together, lifting through your heart, supporting through your core. Take one final moment in your kneeling back bend, camel pose, wherever you find your best expression. Good, then we'll slowly make your way back to center. Sink your hips down to your heels. And let's come into a little child's pose. Yes, softly releasing, melting over your legs. You feel a gentle stretch through your spine. Sometimes we do child's pose with the knees open wide. Play around and see what happens if you bring your knees a little closer together in this child's pose. It actually allows you to access a little bit more stretch through the low back and the lumbar area of the spine. Take one more nice big full deep breath right here in your child's pose, breathing all the way into your lungs, then exhaling and releasing all of that breath all the way out. Good work. Now reach your fingertips forward towards the front of your mat. Really extend through your arms here so you feel even a little gentle stretch into the shoulders, even here. Then lift your gaze forward towards your hands. We're going to make your own journey to your downward facing dog. We want to curl the toes under and begin to draw your hips up towards the sky. Take your own time getting there. This is your practice today. This is your personal journey. And as you begin to come into that downward dog, feel free to pedal out through the feet a little bit. Again, just coming back to that stretch behind the backs of the legs, into the calves, maybe even feeling a little stretch behind the knees. You want to lengthen all of that back chain. That whole back chain of muscles gets shortened and weakened from sitting all the time. So we got to take our time to open it up. Good work. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. And as you make your way towards a forward fold, you can bend your knees as much as you need to really feel that release in your upper body. As you feel the spine, the head, neck, and shoulders dropping down towards the floor, that's when we begin to practice extending through the knees, extending through the legs as you fold forward here. Take another breath as you soften into that forward fold, just tuning into the pull of gravity. Then let's walk your hands right back out, coming back into that downward facing dog. So making your way into your shape, we'll inhale and extend your right leg up towards the sky, working into that nice big tripod. Then as you exhale, draw your right knee towards your chest, scoop your belly in and strengthen through your core. Then shift your weight over your hands and see if you can step that right foot into a lunge. Now, if it doesn't quite make the lunge all on its own, you can grab onto your ankle, and just kind of help the foot come forward. You can also adjust by scooching the back foot back. So we want to make sure you have plenty of space between the feet. Then lower your left knee down, and I recommend keeping the back toes tucked so that there's some action and some presence in the back leg. It doesn't just go to sleep back there. Now, as you inhale, we're going to shift your weight forward towards that right foot. Press against the mat and lift to extend up through the crown of your head. Nice big full breath in. Then as you exhale, gently guide your hips back, extending through the right leg as you fold your body forward. Then we'll inhale, coming back into the lunge. Lift and extend up through your heart, up through the crown of your head, maximum stretch in the lunge. Then exhale and let's gently guide the hips back. So we're linking the breath with the movement. You can flow according to your own rhythmic pace. We're going to take a couple more rounds here. And just like we did with our cat and cow earlier, really let yourself go deeply inward and feel the fullness of every inch of movement, or every centimeter for the rest of you. Slowly folding forward, getting into that stretch. Let's take one more round, a full cycle of breath, all the way in and all the way out. Now on your next inhale, keep your hips exactly where they are. We're just going to lift and extend your heart forward, getting into that half lift. As you exhale, begin to twist and extend your right fingertips to the sky. We're working that outer right hip down into the right IT band. If it helps, you can bring your right hand to your hip, pressing into the hip to help you leverage into a deeper twist, but only if it feels good, only if it's needed. Then we'll slowly release back to center. Bring the right hand down to the inside of your right foot. Then we'll shift forward back into your lunge, bending your elbows. Let your heart melt down towards the floor as we work towards lizard pose. Really working to open the inner thighs, inner hips, all that juicy goodness. One breath at a time, that's it. You know, it doesn't matter how deep you go, it matters how deep you breathe. Softening into that stretch. Good work. Let's slowly press yourself back up to center, framing your foot with your hands. Lift that left knee off the mat, toning the strength of your left leg, then push against the earth with your hands. Reverse your tripod, curling your right knee in towards your chest, drawing your hips up and back, then extending the right leg up towards the sky. Then we'll softly release, floating your right foot back down to the mat and coming back into your downward facing dog. We're going to take 3 full rounds of breath here. If you want to work into your child's pose, that's great. Take care of yourself today. Take care of your own energy. This is your practice. So whatever is good for your body, that's what you should do. Then at the end of 3 breaths, we'll prepare to move on to our second side. So following that next inhale, slowly glide your left heel up towards the sky, working the stretch along your right hamstring. Then as you exhale, draw the left knee forward in towards your chest, scooping your belly in, round through your spine as you press your weight forward over your hands. See if you can sneak that left foot down at the top of your mat. If it doesn't quite make it on its own, just help it come forward, scooch the right foot back, set yourself up with a nice big lunge. Then we'll go ahead and lower your right knee back down to the mat and inhale to shift your weight forward and lift up through the crown of your head. Nice big stretch in that juicy deep lunge. And as you exhale, you can slowly glide yourself back, extending through your left leg as you fold your heart forward, working into that stretch. And again, we'll inhale to come forward, flowing with your breath. Just feeling your way through the movement. Let your body lead the way as your breath sets the pace. Tuning into that deeply personal relationship, your awareness of your body. It's just you and your breath and your body right now and the sound of my voice. Enjoy this sweet communion as you stretch and release the tension. On your next inhale, lift and extend your heart forward. Coming into that half split, we'll exhale and twist your left fingertips up towards the sky. Revolving through your spine, we work into the IT band. Don't be surprised if one side feels different than the other. It's very normal and natural. Again, if it's helpful, you can bring your left hand to your hip to help leverage yourself into a deeper twist. If you like it, you can try it. Nice rotation in the spine. And when you're ready, we'll gently release your left hand down to the floor at the inside of your left foot. Then shift your weight forward, back into the front, and bend into your elbows, lowering your heart towards the earth. So now we practice that lizard pose on the left. See what's going on in those hips, right? There's a lot of tension and a lot of emotional stress that gets stored in our hips. So just allow yourself to become aware of whatever's coming up for you. If you hate this, if it's making you sad, if you're feeling insecure, if you're judging yourself, just notice what comes up as you work into your hips. And just breathe more love and more softness into your body because you've got this. Yeah, good work. Let's press back up to your lunge, bringing your hands to either side of your foot. Lift that right leg off the mat. Let's squeeze the right leg strong. Then push against the earth, scooping your left heel off the floor. We press the hips up and back as you extend your left leg high. Tripod, down dog. Then softly land your left foot down to the mat. Then take 3 rounds of breath, either in child's pose or in your downward facing dog. So it's up to you where you want to be. Find your best resting pose that's nourishing and taking care of you in this moment. Then from here, we're going to make our way to the top of your mat, coming to a forward fold. So you can begin to make your own journey there, however you want to get there, taking it one little step at a time. Maybe you make one big step, or maybe you play with your hop, but just however you get there. Let's find that juicy, deep forward fold, relaxing through the weight of your head, the back of your neck, your shoulders, your ribs, just everything folding down towards the earth. And softly release your hips all the way down to the floor. And coming back into a nice, easy seat. This time, bring the soles of your feet together and your knees open wide. You can hold on to your ankles or scoop your hands under the bottoms of outsides of your feet. We'll inhale to take a big deep breath in, lifting up through your spine, and roll your shoulders down your back. And as you exhale, softly release, folding yourself down. Release your head, your shoulders, everything folding forward towards the floor. Again, it doesn't really matter how deeply you fold. It just matters that you find that feeling of release and softness, and that you stay connected to the feeling of a deep, relaxing breath. And the more you can relax through your breath, the more release you're going to feel in your hips and your low back and your inner thighs. So we just soften and allow and breathe and relax. And on your next inhale, slowly roll your spine back up to center. And extend your legs out in front of you. Okay. If your hamstrings are really tight and it's hard to straighten your knees, you can bring a little cushion or a rolled up blanket, something underneath your knees to give you some support there. And whenever you're ready, we're going to walk our fingertips forward towards the front of your mat, slowly leaning into a gentle forward fold. Now I want you to take your time in this stretch. This is a big stretch, and in many ways is like the biggest stretch that we've done in the whole practice. And so go easy on yourself here and realize that this is a stretch that unfolds in time. The more you can deepen your breath and really meditate on the stretch, the more your body begins to relax and let go. And the longer you can stay in the pose and be present for the experience, the more and more and more your body begins to relax and unwind. And you find deepening layers in the stretch. Deepen the layers, deepen the stretch with each breath. And on your next inhale, gently walk your hands in. Just take your time. Walking your hands back in towards your hips. Gently, gently rolling yourself back up to a seat. And just cross your legs in the easy position in front of you. Let yourself come back to that easy seat where we first began. And close your eyes here as you settle in. And just take a little inventory, take a body scan, and notice how you feel. Observing the sensations in your back, in your shoulders, in your belly, in your hips, in your head and neck. And see if your breath has even more spaciousness. Just giving yourself this moment to observe how you feel, to integrate all the pieces of your work. And bring your hands back together at your heart. Taking some slow, deep breaths. Come back to that feeling of gratitude. Thank your body for housing your spirit and carrying you through life. And feel your body thanking you for taking the time to care for it, to nourish it in this way. And I thank you for allowing me to be your guide and to walk with you in this daily practice. Again, I'm Jen Hilman. You can find me on all my social media at Jen Hilman. You can find me at my website, jenhilman.com. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope you've subscribed so you can stay connected and get access to lots more videos coming your way. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you on the mat again soon.